What's up YouTube, it is Essie here and welcome to the 4th episode of our Korean mode series with Swansea City. Now if you've seen the last episode, Danny Graham was requesting higher wages, which is what we're gonna do right now. We're just gonna do the chief executive suggestions of 1 year and 20,000 salary per week, as he is a very crucial player for us. We will do whatever it takes to keep him. And we did have a Capital One Cup game against Birmingham City away, which is a very tough game. As you can see here, Birmingham City do take the lead in the 40th minute with Zigic. A very good pass and move by Birmingham City there, which gave them the lead. And then later in the game, just before half time then, they did nearly score a game, but Vorm saved well to keep me in the game and keep the score at 1-0 at half time. And in the second half it did get worse for me. As you can see here, I do get some chances, but I just can't take them. As you can see, I have another chance there with Danny Graham, but his shot goes well wide, and Birmingham City do punish me for missing those chances. They score here in the 69th minute here with King. As you can see here, the rebound coming off, but then he scores then well with a volley and finishes well to give Birmingham City the lead of 2-0. And just before the final whistle at the end of the match, they do pass it through my defence, and Jervis finishes well to extend the lead, Birmingham City's lead, to 3-0. Very poor defending there from me. I should have dealt with that easier, but that made the score 3-0 at the final whistle to Birmingham City. A very, very disappointing result. I should have done better against a team like Birmingham City, but it was very poor play by them, and it also meant that I went out of the Capital One Cup, which is very disappointing. So when we did return back to the menu, Daniel Graham did accept our contract offer, which I was very pleased about, as he's a very crucial player for us. But we did have to concentrate on our next match, as we had a tough match against Manchester City at the Emirates Stadium, and they did start off well here, as you can see here, creating chances, but I did defend well, and I did punish Manchester City for missing those chances. As you can see, Danny Graham header in it, Joe Hart saving well, but De Gea was there with a rebound, and he pounces on that rebound, puts in the header, and creates our first goal of the match. And it was a very pleasing first half. As you can see here, 1-0 to Swansea City, so a very good positive first half. But then in the second half, Manchester City kept on coming at me, but thankfully Vorm kept me in the game and kept the score as it was. But then in the 73rd minute, as you can see here, Schneider scoring the goal. It was only a matter of time that Manchester City scored, and there was only a number of shots Vorm could take and save. As you can see, he couldn't do much with that, and that gave Manchester City a deserved equaliser, and that was the score at the full-time whistle, 1-1 between Manchester City and Swansea City. So our next game was a less challenging game against Southampton away, and we did start off well here with Danny Graham, but his shot did go wide, a very poor shot by him. And then Southampton do take the lead here. As you can see here, I bring out Vorm a little bit too much, and Lallana punishing me for that and scoring well with a volley, which gave them the lead of 1-0. And then in the 24th minute here, I go through here with Danny Graham, turns around from the defender and just smashes it into the bottom left corner with his left foot. A very good goal from him, gave the goalkeeper no chance with that. As you can see here again, very good goal from him, and he kept on his good form of goals. Then right before half time, I bring up my goalkeeper, I bring Vorm out way too much there again, and Lallana scoring with a bicycle kick there. Very good goal from him, a very good finish, but again very poor defending from me. I shouldn't have brought Vorm out that much, and that gave Southampton the lead of 2-1 at the half time whistle. A very disappointing first half from me, and then it got worse. As you can see here, Southampton nearly creating a third goal, but they did hit the crossbar, and then I punished them for that in the 66th minute with Dyer. As you can see here, I did get unlucky with the first shot as it bounced off the post, and then I was fortunate that it did return to Dyer, and he was there to finish it off. And in the 82nd minute, as you can see here, I concede a header. Ramirez jumping in there with a header, very good header from him. I should have dealt with it first, but it was very poor defended from me, which gave Southampton a 3-2 lead. And right at the end of the match here, Southampton give the ball away. I give it to Dyer, who just runs around the defender and then just smashes it into the right corner of the goal. A very lucky goal from me there, as the Southampton defense looked to fall asleep, and that gave me a very lucky goal. and a very lucky result, and as it saved me 1 point, and it gave me a very fortunate 1 point. So our next game was a very big task against a very good Chelsea side. As you can see, we were versing Chelsea at home, and they were on very good form. As you can see here, they started the match well with Malouda taking a shot of one, but he did save very well to keep me in the game. And the first half, it wasn't much going on. There wasn't many goals, many shots, and it was a very quiet first half. And that kept the score 0-0 at the half-time whistle, which I was fairly happy about because Chelsea were a very good side. But as you can see here, Vorm gives the ball straight out to the player. Sturridge then finishes it well, leaves Vorm with no chance, and punishes me for that mistake, which gives Chelsea the lead of 1-0. Then in the 76th minute, as you can see here, Sturridge gets another goal, punishes my defender for not marking them. Very poor defending from me. I should have been marking him. And as you can see here, Vorm saved well again, and he kept me in the game. As the score could have been a lot worse. So the match did finish eventually 2-0 to Chelsea, which wasn't the worst result, as it could have been a lot worse in that match, as they did play very poorly. So when I returned back to the career mode menu, I had a message from Slovenia FA, as they were offering me a national job, but I did reject them because they weren't the most attractive team to manage, and plus I wanted to concentrate on Swansea for the first season. And our next game was against Liverpool, so a very tough game again. And we did start off the match well here. As you can see, Michu turning away from the defender and forcing Reina to save. And then Michu did then score in the 26th minute. As you can see here, a very good goal from him. And that did give us a lead, which is very good because Liverpool are a very good side. As you can see here, Danny Graham passing it to Michu, and then a very good finish from him, which gave us the lead of 1-0 on the 26-minute mark. But then, as you can see, just before half-time, Liverpool nearly get one back, with their shot just going wide of the post. And the half-time score was 1-0 to Swansea City, which is a very pleasing half. And then in the 80th minute, Suarez goes through my defense. A very good run from him. As you can see here, my defenders just couldn't catch him, couldn't tackle him. And then he finishes well. There was also a case of poor defending. I shouldn't have let one player just go through, but as you can see, a very good run from him, and then a very good finish. What a goal from Luis Suarez there to level the score of 1-1-0, and that is how it finished at the final whistle, 1-0, which I was very happy about because Liverpool were a very good side in this match, and that gave me a good point, which I was very happy about. When I returned back to the career mode menu, I did have an international management offer from Korea, which I did reject. So our next match was a very tough game at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal, and it did not start off well. As you can see here, Nene taking a run, shooting at the bomb. He saves well, but it rebounds straight to Theo Walcott, who was there, and finishes it well, and he was not going to miss that. Very good finish from him, and Arsenal started the match well, giving them a 1-0 lead. But in the 20th minute, Danny Graham puts in a beautiful ball to Dyer. He gets one-on-one with the goalkeeper and smashes it into the bottom right corner. He was not going to miss that. A very good goal from him, and very good link-up play as well from Danny Graham and Dyer, as it has been throughout the season. As you can see, a very good finish from Dyer, and that made the score 1-0 between us two. And in the 34th minute, Arsenal do nearly take the lead. As you can see here, they almost passed to create a goal, but I defended well. And just before half time, Santi Cazorla takes a left foot strike, and as you can see, it pays off as it goes right in the top left corner, which creates a very good goal from him. And at half time, that made the score 2-1 to Arsenal. And in the second half, it was a lot quieter. There wasn't as many chances, but in the later stages of the half, Will Shutters take a very good run through my defence, and then smashes it again with his left foot like Santi Cazorla. But this time he was on an angle and smashes it into the top right corner. And Vorm had no chance with that, and that extended their lead to 3-1. And as you can see, Arsenal with brilliant passing there, but Vorm saved well at the end of the game. But then right at the end of the game, in the 90th minute, Podolski gets a goal. As you can see here, very poor defending from me. I should have dealt with that. But they do get another goal, which extended their lead to 4-1, and there was no really coming back from this. And that at the final whistle, that was the score, 4-1. A very disappointing game at the Emirates Stadium. And it only got worse when I returned back to the career mode menu. As you can see here, Michael Vaughan was requesting higher wages, which is exactly what I did, because he is a crucial player for me, as he makes very good saves for me, crucial saves for me as well. So I increased his salary to 40,000 and his contract length to one year, but he appreciated the offer, but he still at the end of the career he wants to move on at the end of this contract, which is very disappointing, as he is my best player. But I did have to add him to the transfer list, which is very disappointing, and a thing which I never thought I would do. We had a game against Norwich, and as you can see, we do take the lead with Danny Graham in the 45th minute, right before the half-time whistle. As you can see, a very good play with the pass in, and he just runs and smashes it into the top right corner, giving the goalkeeper no chance. So that gave us a lead of 1-0, and it did finish 1-0 at the half-time whistle. So a very good first half from Swansea City. And the second half only got better for me. As you can see here, Leon Britton with the ball shoots and hits the post and goes into the back of the net. A very good goal from him, and a very good strike. As you can see here, as he does shoot it, it does just curve away from the goalkeeper and hits the post, which left the goalkeeper with no chance. That is definitely a contender for the goal of the season. But minutes later, Norwich do get one back. As you can see here, very poor defending from me, and then Holt punishing my defence and shooting there past Vorm to get Norwich one back, and that made the score 2-1. And then they could have equalised here, but fortunately um, their shot went past the post. And then in the 76th minute, I did have a free kick, and with Guzman, I did shoot because he did score one in the last episode, and he did so here. Guzman, very good goal from him. As you can see, curving it around the ball and giving the goalkeeper no chance. A very good goal from him, and another contender for the season. That extended my lead to 3-1, and so it did finish 3-1 at the end of the match. A very good performance from me, a very good performance from the players, very good goals there as well, and most of all, a crucial 3 points in the bag. And when I returned back to the career mode menu, I had another international management offer, and this time it was from New Zealand, which I did reject because I wanted to concentrate on Swansea City for this season. And I did have a very tough match against the Spurs away at the White Hart Lane, and as you can see, I do cause a penalty, and thankfully they do miss the penalty. As you can see here, Defoe taking the penalty, who tries to chip it, but thankfully it does hit the crossbar, and I can smash that one away to keep the scores 0-0. But right before the halftime whistle, as you can see, a poor defender there. I should have been marking Jermaine Defoe, but a very good finish from him, volleying the ball into the back of the net. So that left Rome with no chance, and that made the score 1-0 at the half-time whistle. So it was a very disappointing first half for me, but it could have been worse with that penalty. So I was not complaining, and it only got worse in the second half. As you can see here, in the 76th minute, Sandro scoring a very good goal. Then Adebayo got through my defence one-on-one with Vorm in the 90th minute, and he finishes it well, smashing it into the corner of the goal, which extended their lead to 3-0. And in the 90th minute, I do get one back. As you can see here, Danny Graham smashing it into the bottom right corner. It does get one back, and that he continued his good form of goals, and unfortunately that was too late, and it did finish at the end of the match 3-1 to Tottenham, in a very disappointing match for me. And that wraps it up for this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm just going to show you how the Premier League table looks. As you can see there, Newcastle are in first position with 38 points, and we are all the way in 14th position with just 15 points. So not the best of results there, but we did have some tough fixtures, so it wasn't that bad. But Vorm obviously wants to leave, so I will be looking to buy a new goalkeeper in January. So I really appreciate it if you could just give me some names in the comment section below, telling me some good goalkeepers which I could buy in the January transfer window, and I would really appreciate if you could do that. And I want to thank you guys for all the support you've given me, and would ask you to continue to do so. And please subscribe as well if you already haven't, because I do have more FIFA 13 videos coming. And thanks for watching, guys.